I had some comments about this guy. He is, I suppose for lack of a better term, a physical manifestation of my ADHD. So what I want to talk about today is a little bit about masking for ADHD. Last week I did mention me picking up accents, and coincidentally enough, the Japanese family move in on the other side. So it's safe to say that my wife won't let me go out the front. It's just how my brain picks up. And for the best part to tie it back into this episode, it's probably masking. If you do see him in frame or you do see him lurking in the background, it's probably my ADHD brain going crazy and doing all these different things. So getting back to this masking. So like I said, I adopt accents when I'm talking to people. When I'm talking to people at work, I'm very hypervigilant of what I say and how I act around them. And it's really come down to the fact is that on reflection, I honestly, and this is going to be really bad, I don't know what my personality is. I really don't know who I am as a person. I don't know if there's something emotionally wrong with me, deregulated, all these different things. And the reason for that, I need to push back probably to when I was in primary school. So I'm talking about 6, 7, probably even younger. What I did find problems with was actually creating friendships and building friendships and engaging friendships from a very, very young age. Now I don't have too much of an issue with it. Like I said, it goes back to that masking perspective. But back then, unbeknownst to me, I may have been an awkward kid. I really don't know. But long story short, it was very hard for me to lock down a group of friends. I had a very close friend, he moved away. Then I was kind of constantly floating between friend groups because I couldn't, sink in, for lack of a better term. I was a very emotional child. So anything that hurt my feelings, the waterworks would just go ballistic, right? So I'd cry at a drop of a hat. So obviously boys being boys, call your name and all these different things. If I didn't shrug it off, and most of the time I didn't. I literally, it went straight to me. And I would burst into tears. Then obviously the guys would just call me a crybaby and run off and all these different things. I made an epiphany or a promise to myself, I'm not too sure. But when I went to high school, I kind of thought to myself, well, I need to get out of this mindset of crying. I need to get all these different things. I need to build some friend networks. I need to do all these different things. So what I did then, unbeknownst to me, is I started adopting other people's personalities, or personalities that resonated with those particular people that I was speaking to. So if I was with one group of friends, I would be, meek, mild, introverted, very agreeable, for lack of a better term. If I was with a different group, I'd be outspoken, extroverted, bouncing off the walls, jumping around, all these different things. I had natural, you can't probably tell now, but back in the day, I was a natural sprinter, in the sense that I was quite quick, probably top 2 or 3 in the grade and all these different things. So I did build, friendships around the sporting side, sprinting, long jump. At the start of it, I dare say it probably would have been difficult to try and work out, try to regulate what personality that I'm putting on for that person, all these different things, right? So that's pretty much expended all the way through to current day, to the point where I've come to a realization, I don't know what I am or who I am or what personality traits do I have, because it's literally depending on the person I'm speaking to. So like I said before, if I'm talking to my wife, I'm one person. If I'm talking to the kids, I'm one person. If I'm talking to people at work, I'm a different person. All these different things. It's come to the point where I do personality tests, and this is the reason behind I wanted to talk about this episode. Oh, my dog. He's not trying to lick anymore. He's trying to get in. I've been doing a lot of courses for work over the last couple of months. A lot of those courses are managerial or leadership based, when they will basically roll out personality tests, and they'll have people say, hey, look, I'm a peacock or I'm a hawk, different things, but I have no idea what they're talking about. So we had to sit down and do a Myers-Briggs test. I did one after the course, and it was a completely different set again. And what it really comes down to is, I think, it's actually resonating with who I'm actually talking to. It's affecting my results in that respect. So like I said, I can't even use a base personality test to see what my baseline personality is. So like I may have mentioned in the previous video, I'm not too sure, I'm not doing these videos to kind of lecture people. I'm trying to build a fail-safe for even if it's for one person out there that watches this video and resonates and thinks, holy crap, that's me. I really, I resonate with this person, or I resonate what he's speaking with. I need to delve deeper into that and research that personality trait, or I need to look into that section of my life that's, I'm having difficulty with, or kind of my conversations, like I said, previous through the week, is that one lady said something to me and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even realize that was an ADHD trait. So I do want to kind of make these episodes kind of episodic, in the sense that I want to talk about burnout, I want to talk about financial management, financial impulsiveness, and all these different things that come into me being me, and hopefully try and work out who I am along the way. I really need to work out better filming locations for these videos, because this ground's not comfortable. If you do want to do some homework, and probably the best movie that I've watched over the last month or so, The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's an annual tradition that I subject the kids to, my wife to. I absolutely love Halloween. I think I've said that before, and it could come down to that masking thing, that that I can adopt the personality of someone completely different and not be judged. But The Nightmare Before Christmas, looping it back around, I think having, like I said, discussions and talking and doing a little bit of research and all these different things, to me, that movie is just ADHD or neurodivergence in a nutshell. It's got hyper-focus, it's got masking, in the sense that, he does his job as King Halloween, and all these different things, and when it's finished, he kind of slumps. And and I do resonate with that myself. Like, I do notice that with myself, that people will ask me how your day's going. It's like, yeah, I'm going really good. Then I'll walk away and my face will just drop, because in that split second, I've put a mask on and not really been truthful with that person to say, hey, look, yeah, I'm going good, but it could be better, or all these different things. So, like I said, if you are neurodivergent, if you are ADHD, I highly recommend having a watch The Nightmare Before Christmas, and let me know what you think. But I think I'm going to leave this episode here. I don't want to ramble too much, which I probably have.